Welcome, Dazzlers. Welcome to episode 2 of series 3 of my mental health series. So I just saw in series 1, if you watched it, if you haven't, look around the screen or below, you'll see a link to the playlist for this series. And it was series, okay, so where do I start? First of all, this is filmed about 6 months after the first series. It's still 2019, and a new opening sequence, which is bloody good. Let's show you. You know what I loved about that opening sequence is it showed you a lot of my outdoor stuff and the clips and stuff, not just sitting inside. But I don't know why I didn't stick with it, because I thought it's quite jazzy, quite cool, and yeah. Okay, so what do we know about this one then? I look back on the comments from series 1. The series 2 comments were just from the same people, but not as many, so I'm not going to bother showing you them comments. But no, it's a few good people who, it was nice to get comments and positive comments, But yeah, that's what general episode 1 was about, really. So it wasn't reflecting back on series 1, it was just one of them things, just an update, really. Like this is an update. So now we get on to episode 2. This is where I remember this. This is an experiment, right? It's like I fought it for film for 14 days, about 2 minutes each day. Good days and bad days. I wanted lots of good days, lots of bad days, so I could see the difference. So I thought, okay, do this. Recorded a few minutes every day. You'll see in the video. Well, if you go to the playlist and look at series 2, and you'll see what I managed to accomplish in 14 days. But nothing bad happened. It's like, you bugger, I was getting good days and bad days all the time, and then this happens, and it was just good days all the time. So I thought I was going to give that a try a year later, but I didn't. But it's something I'm thinking of doing for series 4, and even though it might only be a couple of episodes rather than 5 episodes, it's like this is only 2 episodes, and series 4 could be 2 episodes. So I'm thinking maybe I could do this for another 14-day thing in November, because October this year, the Halloween month, is going to be me playing horror games on my game channel every day, and just uploading a half hour a day kind of thing, or 20 minutes. And then at weekends showing highlighted bits on the main channel kind of thing. But then November is normally when I just evacuate and don't do anything, so have a nice little break. We're ready for Vlogmas. So this November I could do, within 2 weeks or in that month, film a few minutes a day, when not to upload, but just to edit and just to make a series 4 out of, so it might show some good and bad. But even though these days there's not much bad going on, a bit like then, but I still get, so it still could be effective, and I could incorporate things I'm learning. I'm still learning, the little things like that. So I'm still thinking of doing that. But anyway, so here's a little clip, making people smile. Okay, let's look at this one. I got the buzz this morning, and he goes, "Good morning," and he goes, "Oh, how are you?" I goes, "Oh, good," and blah blah blah. It's like, it's so good to strike a conversation with a random person. That's why I like working the shop, because customers, they come in, welcome them, they look around, then they come back into the chat, and I like the customer interaction. Yeah. God, that was May the 23rd, 2019. Wow, God, jeez, 2 years and 3 months. Wow. Again, before COVID hit. But yeah. So yeah, I still love that motivation making the customers smile, still top of my league, still things. I'm able to do it more. The more I can smile, the more better it is. So yeah, it still counts. Anyway, the next clip. When you plan to film something that's going to be different, you work your butt off and plan it out. But with mental health, it doesn't always show when you want it to. That 14-day thing explained that, didn't it? Nothing goes to plan. And if you do plan something and it goes a bit tits up, it's like, oh, you bugger. I wanted this to happen so that could happen, but it's not. So bugger you. Yeah. So that's in the works, another 14-day in November. So look out for that. It's tricky. It's hard to explain why it doesn't. I know there's a lot of YouTubers who can't physically do scheduling because there's so much going on in their mind, so much they want to do. That's why my YouTube channel has got vlogging, reviews, commentary, comedy, because I can't help it. I've got to do it. I can't stick to one subject and that's it. I physically can't, because I get the urge to do other things, and that's the here. That's that. That's the here and now. That's like scheduling is still a pain in the ass. But I think I'm able to schedule better now. I think I can actually set something. Like Sundays are my vlog days and mental health days. So yeah, that's a good part of that, and I'm pleased I can stick with that. And then weekdays, Monday to Friday, is going to be random. There's still lots of ideas in my mind. Like I still do reviews, even now gaming stuff. So I do a few. Still quite a lot. It's still hard to focus on one thing because there's so much going on in there, But I think I even separated my channels, and that didn't work. So I thought, no, stick it all on one channel. If I let people know what days things are going up, like Sundays is for vlogs and mental health, and whatever, Monday to Friday is different stuff. So if I can narrow it down even more, I think that's a schedule I can stick to. And I think it's like when I changed my opening sequences and stuff, it was like every few months rather than keeping it for a year, because so many ideas, learning so much, I just couldn't. I think, but I'm able to do it a bit better now. Not 100%, but a bit better. So what else is there? Even though through life and school life I was bullied, as you would have known if you watched Series 1, Episode 1, there's still things now that trigger that. What people say, people's sarcasm, people's way of dealing with things, of humour. To me, it can be interpreted as, a bit too much. Like when someone's joking around, I can take a joke, I can do a joke. But when it gets a bit too personal, it's like, no, don't, because it brings back the trigger things. I think with that, it's not the trigger thing I'm worried about anymore. It's the people who are doing it. They're the ones who've got the issues and problems, and they live their life in a sarcastic world because that's just all they know. So I do feel sorry for people like that who use it as, I could be funny, have a laugh still, but I know that nothing's aimed at me unless it literally is. But I can just shrug it off and go, yeah, whatever, walk away. Before I used to take it so to heart. I always thought it was about me, it's about me, but no, it's not always about me. It's just educating yourself and learning. There are 8 billion people on this planet, and we're not all the same. Definitely not all the same. I learned a lot about narcissism and sociopaths. I learned a lot about other mental health and things like that. So, yeah. All that episode really about was YouTube scheduling, and a lot of YouTubers go through these kind of good and bad times. It ain't just me or you or someone else, Yeah. The amount of things I've learned since these videos and educated myself, I look back on these videos thinking, yeah, God almighty, I couldn't go back there again. So now we're going on to episode 4, the future. Ooh, the future. Is it bright? Is it not bright? Okay, let's see what I say on this one, shall we? The future I can see. I mean, at the moment I'm got a steady place I'm living at. The future, I would like to get a job and move out, find a girlfriend, settle down. How would that affect me? Well, due to me depression making me homeless many years ago, and things about my mum and stuff like that, I feel that I would hope that I could adapt to life properly, and I would hopefully I can find that place where I can settle down. Right, this is improved a bit as well. Yeah, when I saw my mum in the hospice before she died, I made a promise that I would never go through this again, be made homeless again. And that always played on my mind, thinking if I leave here and do that, and I get made homeless, I've disappointed my mum. But I know for a fact it wouldn't happen. I wouldn't make sure it wouldn't happen. I'm more educated now on how to deal with these things. Yes, I might go through depression or a bit of anxiety, but I'll dig myself out of it faster and kick myself and get on with life. Yeah, not that easy, I know, but you know, I've got more the mental tools to do that, to help me, and more people to help me. I'm still at a mess. I'm still trying to move out. Nothing's changed in that way. I still want to find a future girlfriend, a future wife. You know, it'd be nice. I'm 52. You know, I'm still young spring chicken. But the plan is, when I'm 55, I'll be able to move into more accommodation with more people in it, kind of thing. Not like an old folks home, but kind of place where you can be in a place where there's more people you can interact with. Kind of, it's hard to explain, but that's my purpose now, is to next 3 years just to live my life here, and then just hopefully move on to pastures green, but in that kind of environment, yeah, sounds like an old folks home, doesn't it? It's like a retirement place. It's probably kind of, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, but no, yeah. So that's that. Let's move on. Life has a habit of kicking you in the butt when you don't want it to, and that's a tricky part of life. I mean, you might be watching this, you might be still at school, you might be at college, and you're thinking, yeah, I'll leave school, yeah, I'll get this. Well, good if you can, but it's don't expect miracles. Don't expect miracles. Yeah, another great statement, actually, yeah, because when you're at school, you've got the stability of your friends being there and your family and stuff. You know, when you leave school, that's when you do get a kick, because it's like, oh, this is the real world now. I can't just go doing this just for the fun of it. You've got to earn your keep and, earn enough rent to pay for the place and stuff, and buy stuff and make money and stuff legally. You know what I mean? It's a big challenge out there. There's colleges, there's universities, which do help, but you still struggle after that. So yeah, life gives you a bit of a kick when you leave school, but it's not impossible. Adapting, how can I adapt? I'm studying more about mental health, I'm reading more, I'm watching more YouTubers who talk about it, see how they deal with things. I'm educating myself on how people deal with things, so hopefully I can learn to adapt my life into what I want it to be. Yeah, that's a big thing. I've got more friends now on YouTube and online who do suffer with mental health, so I've learnt a lot from them, and they've appreciated me for what I talk about and things. And yeah, I've educated myself because I'm going for counselling, studied a lot more. I know at least 50% of my trigger points, and I learned how to spot if it's going to happen or not, kind of thing. It's all what goes on in your mind, isn't it? I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so this series, more confident, still in your face, not like this, distancing. So, can you notice any difference whilst watching me just talk about this and watching the back on these ones? Do you notice anything more positive, more confidence? If so, comment, let me know. If you've been a follower for my channel and saw these when they come out 2 years ago, have you seen any big improvements? Sometimes it's good to see from other people's perspective, because it's just me. Other people are best judging this kind of thing. So if you want to subscribe, please do. It's free, and hit the notification bell and select all to be notified when I upload. Likes and dislikes all count to the algorithm. So whatever you want to do, and comment. Just comment. So even just say hello. If you're new to this channel, say hello. Okay. So I'm going to work on this 14-day thing, and maybe one of my Vlogmas videos can be 2-part of that. I don't know, or leave it till January. I'll work it out. I'll figure it out, but I'll let you know. Yeah. And until next one. Don't forget, check out the playlists. See what you think. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Toodle pips.
One of these days, it is getting hard for me to know where to turn with all my angry. So what better